So Deontay Wilder just destroyed Robert Helenius with one punch in the first round. Robert Helenius was completely outmatched. The power differential here was insane. And even Helenius in that first round, he looked slow. He looked plodding. He would kind of like almost hold himself in range as he would dig and try to attack Wilder. And I saw the straight right hand there to be hit. That's Wilder's best punch. He lands it at the very end of round 3. Very straight and short shot. There wasn't like a ton of range from it. It wasn't from, I don't know, maybe more than like a foot out. Beautiful punch, cracks him, unconscious goes Robert Helenius. The best KO win in recent memory for me in boxing as far as in the first round. Like, this is a legendary knockout for Wilder. He's the guy that does it. His power is just something that nobody matches. I looked throughout the history of boxing. I don't think anyone had the same pure punching power as Deontay Wilder, especially weight to power ratio. He weighed 213 for the fight, and the guy's hitting like he's 400 pounds. That's the best punch ever. It's a grenade. It's a grenade launcher, really. It's a slim grenade launcher. Boom, perfect shot. He snipes you and you go unconscious. He can knock out any heavyweight on the planet. Now, 2 losses to Tyson Fury puts Wilder in a weird spot, especially because Fury's deciding now to stick around. I like the Usyk fight, especially because now Fury is looking like he's fighting Derek Chisora. Usyk-Wilder's a huge matchup. Technically speaking, Usyk's number 2 heavyweight on the planet. I think that Deontay Wilder ranks in at number 3. I think that's an incredible fight. Regardless of who wins, Fury then in the number 1 spot. He seems to be angling towards Chisora and then Joshua. I don't know. I think it's just the Usyk, maybe the style matchup mixed with the fact that Usyk maybe doesn't bring that same name value as AJ. Fury's not down for it. He doesn't seem super interested in Usyk. It kind of seems like a back burner fight. Maybe he'll get to it. In my opinion, he needs that fight to prove that he is, definitely the best of who's out there right now at heavyweight, and Usyk would be the guy to beat for that. And let's say Wilder then beats Usyk, maybe in the mind of Tyson Fury, then it's like eliminated the Usyk task by him already having beat Wilder. Granted, styles make fights. I'm still interested in that matchup. For Deontay Wilder, he talked about Andy Ruiz as maybe next. I actually think that fight makes a lot of sense, especially how good Ruiz looked taking on Luis Ortiz. He beat him up pretty clearly. He dropped him a bit and put on a performance that was impressive. Maybe beat him more impressively without taking as much damage as Wilder. Granted, Ortiz now is like 47. When he fought Wilder, he was 42. Big age difference there. I don't know if that's the exact age, but you get what I'm saying. I like Wilder. Ruiz is a matchup that would be number 1 contender, title eliminator. I like Usyk Wilder. I like Wilder Joshua a ton, though. I still think that's an incredible matchup and one that boxing has to make. I need to see these guys fight eventually. It needs to happen. I mean, they were both top heavyweights when I was in high school, and I always dreamed of these two fighting one another. They still haven't fought, and this is years later. I think Joshua maybe is waiting out for the Fury fight, regardless of what happens there, and regardless of what happens with Wilder against either Ruiz or against Usyk. I feel as though they need to make the fight Joshua versus Wilder. It just has to happen. I think that's a matchup that if it doesn't ever happen, we're going to wonder for the rest of time of who would have won that heavyweight matchup. So I think that's a must-do fight. Usyk fight, definitely a possibility. I think the Ruiz fight probably is the sensible next option. Deontay Wilder is definitely back in the mix for Robert Helenius. Unfortunately, he's back outside of that top conversation. He had a really impressive 2 performances, beating Adam Kalvnatsky, who was supposed to be, the next heavyweight title challenger, and he had that pudgy look, and he was bald-headed, and Helenius beats him up. But he's no Deontay Wilder. I don't think that Robert Helenius could compete with majority of those top guys. I see him more at a level, maybe like a Johan Duhaupas kind of on that par. I mean, maybe Helenius could somehow earn a fight even against the likes of somebody like an Alexander Povetkin or Kubrat Pulev matchup. I think that makes sense for Helenius, but not creme de la creme, top of the top. Looking forward to Wilder's next fight. It was an incredible One punch KO, 1-round fight. I enjoyed the hell out of the matchup, and I think big things are coming for Deontay Wilder, and the American heavyweight division, I think, is heated up now. This is our guy in the States, and I want to see Wilder do well. He's an OG, and he hits harder than anyone on planet Earth. I wonder, because I know Ngannou trains at the PI, as does Deontay Wilder, this being the UFC heavyweight champion, if there would be a possibility of Wilder versus Ngannou as opposed to Ngannou versus Tyson Fury in some type of odd MMA super crossover to boxing matchup. I'd be interested in it, and I think Wilder would probably sleep Francis as well in maybe the first round. It will take one shot. Much love, my people. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the video, and what did you think of Deontay Wilder's performance? Is he looking like he's back in that title picture and maybe even in for a fourth Fury fight? Or you think that it was a one-off KO win against a mid-tier heavyweight and maybe we're getting oversold on it? Make sure to subscribe too, guys. And if you really enjoy the content, share the video. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace, everyone.